Hi, my name's Derek. I'm from a company called Southfield. We're the UK distributor for a system called a GOCCOPRO. It's a digital screen making system. And for a long time now I've thought it would be amazing to be used in retail. One of the big stores or even smaller ones, because the system is so easy and it provides a real crafty focus or home focus. This is the machine that we're talking about. I've got a wee image on here, and I thought we'd just run through how quickly it is, so as you can see. So we go here, we select print, and it goes. And what happens is that image arrives at the machine, and we press go. And inside this machine is a roll of mesh. It's a master material that can be used for creating these digital screens. It dispenses a master in a minute and a half. What we've found being used is this is perfect for printing t-shirts or garments, because once you've got your screen, you've got a traditional screen for screen printing. The difference being our system produces a screen at 600 dots per inch, so it's an incredibly detailed screen that we're making. What we've done here is, this is one that I've done earlier, and this is a little kind of home hobby system. It's a little tree, and you may be able to catch it or not. And what's happened is it's burned away a coating that's on the pre-made screen into this master. So now what we've got is a little master, and while we're waiting on this one exposing, it's already done. In fact, there it is there already. So this has made a screen of the image. And the idea behind this is, if you have retailers, or you have one of these centrally, or you have it in store, people could email in their images, or they could come in with a memory stick into a computer, hit print, as long as it's a JPEG or something nice and simple. JPEG, any format, it doesn't really matter, even a Word document would do it. And then you get this wonderful screen that has this little image on it. We have little plastic or aluminium clip frames that you can create your screen from. In fact, I'll just do this one just now, just to show you the whole process. So we just drop this into this frame. I should do it with my back to you. And we just put this onto here. This has got two sides to this little clip frame, and we clip them together. We use some plastic clips. And then our screen is ready to be printed. So all of these individual components could be sold in a retail format, and this one is I suppose I would call it a more professional clip frame, because once your screen's in here, you could produce easily a couple of hundred of shopping bags, t-shirts, football strips, wallpaper designs, cushions, anything that crafters can then go on and sell on, or just use themselves. What we'll do is we'll come back to this one just a little bit later, because I'm going to put it into a mini clamp. We've got several other little bits and pieces that can go together, but just now I'm going to show you this one. We've got a sheet of watercolour paper here, and we're just going to lay that down onto the desk. We've got some black ink in a bottle, which again would be very easily sold in a retail environment. We've got a nice little squeegee, and all I'm going to do in this instance is line this up and print it with my hand. With just laying it on the table. We're not needing to do too much at all, and there we've created our little piece of art. So we've got an individual piece of artwork that has been made. This is watercolour paper, absolutely easily, and we can go on and print more and more and more. We could even lay them down onto a quilt or onto a pattern and make them into a pattern design that you could sell or keep for yourself. So for a retailer, they could sell this kits, the frames. They all come in a nice wee box with the squeegee and all the little bits. I'm just going to wipe this one up, and I'll show you a second one. This is water-based ink that we're using, which works totally fine on paper or card. I'm making a wonderful job in my haste to show you the next one of getting some ink onto my hands, which is always part of the fun for crafters and home use. Normally you would do it in a little bit more of a controlled environment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down, I've taken a piece of material and I've just laid it on the table, and I've just clipped it on with a ruler and a ruler and I'll let this one open, a steel rule. Let's take this out of here. It's a new bottle that I'm using here today. So we just drop this down, another little line of ink. We take our squeegee, we've clipped this onto the table, and I've got a little greeting card here, and basically we're just running across with that. Same story. We lift this up and we've created a nice little greeting card. This will air dry, this ink, but we've ended up with quite a nice little card. And this again can be used again, hopefully you can see that. This could be used again and again. With this water-based ink, we can just take our master material and we can wash it out. Now, there's a company in America called Miko, and they use the exact same system with the exact same masters, and they use them for putting their pastes onto ceramics. So once you've got the screen, there's quite a lot of variety that you can do in printing different substrates. What the Miko guys have done is they were selling, I think, about 40 odd rolls of material a month, which equates to quite a lot of money in revenue terms. I'm going to move the camera around a wee bit so that we can see the next stage, because this is a little print press that we have. We've got two different print presses. This one is for printing bags, and this is the frame that we had earlier on. We've now just put this print that came out on here, and we've got a little shopping bag ready to go. And we just get a black ink again, squeegee. We just drop down a little bit of black ink. Thank you very much. That's my able-bodied assistant, you can't see off camera. And we just take this down, and we've ended up with a lovely little cat image. The good thing about these screens, the GOCCOPRO screens, is they create this lovely detail in here which you can reproduce very easily, because it's making these screens at 600 dpi. Sitting next to this one, I've got a little desk clamp. Similar system, but these can all be made into different kits, and the idea being that you can then be used at home. It becomes a little system that can be used in your kitchen table or out in the shed to produce t-shirts, garments, gifts. It doesn't really matter. So it's an ideal system, and the idea that I had behind it for retail would be you could sell these items providing a service to the public where they could come in with their own artwork and very quickly, without any mess, without any chemicals that you would needed to do in the good old days with screen printing, you could quite easily sell the service. Another possibility would be to put blanks beside this equipment in store, so that you could then have a range of paper blanks, greeting card blanks, maybe even t-shirt blanks, bags, shopper bags, all things that people, artists or crafters, could come in. They could buy into this system, they could buy the inks off the shelf, they could buy their screens, they could then go home and create their own ranges that they could sell at craft fairs or to friends and family or for their charities or their clubs or whatever else. So a very, very versatile system. Now obviously we've just run through this pretty quick. On the email that will accompany the link to this video, I will include some other possibilities. There's a very interesting company in Japan called the Jam Corporation who are doing some amazing stuff, and they have an in-store whereby students, crafters, just public come in, they can create their own screens, they can create their own art, and they can also have workshops. The good thing about this is it brings people to the store. They can then come in, they see other items, they can buy additional items. So it can be a crafting community, it can be a fun activity, or they can just order it online and you can send them out their own screen and they can do it at home. We have a library of artwork that could go on to standard frames. This little one here that I've got that's still got a little bit of ink on it, this is a standard frame that's a seaside design. You'll probably not be able to see it, but there's an anchor, a ship's wheel and some boats on there. So this is a kind of multi-activity sheet that could be used for crafting at home. So that's a rough taster of our story. I hope you've found it interesting. I like to show it just exactly as it is. We've not tried to butter it up in any way, but we can put together packages of items that you could sell in a retail environment without any problem. I think it's an amazing concept, an amazing idea that's already working around the world in different countries, but it's not working here in the UK yet. And my job's to find somebody that wants to take this on and try it in their store. Thanks very much for watching to the end. If you've managed to last the pace, hopefully we can speak to you soon. Cheers.